Lucky Boys Podcast.
You'll be surprised how much Uber and Lyft lobbied. I'd try to fed into that narrative. Most of the time, it's either just it's comparable. It's not much, but they think that they think that it's so much more expensive.
So from personal use, I know that those ride-sharing apps, they actually put up a surcharge.
Right.
So if it's a heavy
peak
night,
hours, right?
Not just peak hours. If it's heavy use, I mean, they have all the technology and algorithms. So even if it's not peak and it's like heavy usage, or if it's raining, those surge pricing, it starts to increase.
Yeah.
But yellow cabs, they don't have surge pricing.
Right.
So technically, based on the situation, it might be less, it costs less.
Right.
And I've actually used an app that actually hails yellow cabs.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I have, but it's not efficient. It's not, like a third party type thing.
Yeah, we have a PR problem. That's one thing, and nobody wants to invest in trying to upgrade it. But I'm telling you, we can really make this work. We just have a lot less cars. You're talking about like at its peak it was 130,000 for hired vehicles, as opposed to 13,500.
Right.
How do you compete with that?
Right.
But then we're thinking like, hey, look, you guys TLC should be doing something about this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
how is there enough to eat for everybody?
Right.
And so you guys sold us these medallions and they okayed it, and they just basically don't care. You wish that they would care.
So the TLC works with the government, or it's part of the city government. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I've heard that there is a policy in place right now, and it's going through the grapevine to create an app that lists the yellow cab with ride sharing apps.
Right. But then Uber and Lyft and stuff, they're blocking.
Yeah, they're trying to block it.
Of course, what they're trying to do is just that they have dynamic pricing, right? And so like if it's Will trying to order an Uber, they know that he's willing to pay this price, And then if you look on Lyft, then obviously Lyft might be a little less, and you look back on Uber, they at a certain point they kept on trying to fight with each other, and they know that he's willing to pay $150 to go to the airport, then let's put it up that way, and it's hard. How do you compete with like an unending supply of venture capitalists? And they spent $200 million to
just lobbying,
especially like all this is happening, and it's not at the expense of Uber drivers pay the price too. All these guys they're working for slave wages, and they're just not being considered employees. And so in California, Proposition 22 came out, and they lobbied $200 million to get people to vote for Proposition 22, which is labeling these gig workers as
part of the company.
No, right? Independent contractors, not part of the company.
Oh, it's the other way. So that they're not responsible for benefits or anything.
So there's no economic floor for them. They could be like, I don't know how much they make. There's not, they don't have to need a hourly wage. They have to meet a requirement. They don't have to pay for workers' comp. We pay for workers' comp. We pay for insurance up to yin yang. It's a lot of financial burden on us.
So they want to label them as independent contractors.
Exactly. Yeah. And what's important is that, especially even right now, they don't have the security as like a regular employee. Mm-hmm. But so what happened in California right now is that they're actually a lot of these people that were hiring full-time workers are firing them and calling them hiring independent contractors because they don't have as much security, and it's becoming, and they're going against labor laws,
right?
Which is and they're trying to do that here in New York as well too. But we're gonna keep on fighting, for these people. Like I don't have anything to do. Like I don't hate on any of the drivers. I feel for them. For me, my focus is Medallion owners, but I get that these drivers need help too.